Hello, Bill.
Hi there, how are you?
Good.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Good, thank you.
And Bill Ross. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Now I have to change my name from Beverly. I
I keep running into the same problem because
know.
I hosted a youth services committee meeting. And so now every time I go on Zoom at work, I end up being Beverly.
Oh, no.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, do I have to let Rob in?
Do I have sound?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm in. Hi, Jenny.
Hi,
How are
Rob.
you today?
I'm finding yourself.
Good, good. Oh, don't go away. All right.
Mark, I sent you a chat. Mark Walter, can you hear me? Rob, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're coming through for me.
Mark, can you hear me? Any chance we can get Mark to hear me? And now he's on, I don't know if he's on mute, but I see his lips moving. His wife pulling that string on his back or what? Come on. Mark. Mark.
There, I got you.
Oh, excellent. I sent you a chat.
Okay, thank you. It's in your mailbox, Stephen.
Okay.
And I talked to Mark Volza, and we can talk about it tomorrow.
Is there a diagram?
Yes, but Mark's not in favor of it.
Excuse me.
Okay, now we just need Lisa.
Oh, we're all early.
I know.
I'm impressed. I didn't think
Nobody-
anybody would be here.
Nobody's upside down?
Not yet.
Soon. Everybody's here.
No, we just need Lisa.
I agree with Mark.
Yeah. Kind of squashing it in there too tight.
Jennifer, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thank you. Bill Ross, good to see you.
Nice to see you as well, Mr. Everett.
I heard your voice like 2 seconds ahead of your movement. That was
Yeah,
great.
well, I'm not sure if it's my laptop. We had an inland wetlands Zoom meeting last night, and there seems to be a lag period, but I'm down here in the.
Yeah,
You can
normally
hear
I
me?
see your lips move before I hear your voice. Now I hear your voice and then I see you moving. That's,
No, that means I'm telling the truth.
Ah,
actually, it gives us a few seconds to decide so we can look in your eyes to see.
You have to boost that Wi-Fi.
Good evening, Bill.
Evening.
Judy,
Morning.
how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Everybody have a quiet but good holiday, I hope.
Yeah,
Good.
too quiet, but it was good.
Bill, everybody healthy in your house?
Yeah, so far so good.
Excellent. And how about you, Judy?
Everybody's fine.
Excellent. My wife gets her second vaccine on Friday.
Oh, good for her. She's a nurse, right?
Yes,
Well, that's good. Healthcare professionals should get it first.
considering she's around COVID people in the hospital all the time.
Because exactly. I think even people who work in the grocery store should get it. Should be
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but we don't make those decisions. Above our pay grade, as they say, huh?
Right. As much as I'd like it, I'm not out and about with people very much.
Yeah.
I know the number of cases has increased tremendously in Columbia, man.
Yeah, we look not so good.
Yeah, it's I don't even remember. Every day, it's up 5, it's up 6, it's up 10.
It's like we're having barn dances every week. I don't know.
I don't
Oh, no,
know.
he's not. He's not.
It's what I think it's 165 or something.
You did that. Okay.
I get the Chronicle. I see it everywhere. They give the numbers. every
First thing
day.
you look at.
Yeah, yeah.
Where it could be. And my TA report, I was gonna highlight that in December 11th, we were at 70. And
Right.
in January 1st, we're at 158. So I'm sure we're up from there.
I think it said 165 for today, but
Yeah,
it could be a little off.
That's a big increase
Yeah,
in a short time.
something in the air.
All right, am I missing anybody? Here's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Lisa, over the holidays, while I was running around doing chores, everywhere I went, I kept hearing your gardening show. It was great.
You do a gardening show?
Oh, heck yeah.
For a
Oh,
long time.
I didn't
I don't
know.
do it every week anymore. I do it every other week, but.
WTIC.
So I have a little question. Who keeps trying to get rid of the beavers on 66 down by Hunt Road? Is that our town or is that the state?
Well, it's just, must be the state. The town hasn't contracted with anybody.
The
They-
beavers win every time. I just think it's funny.
Beavers I've got some beavers in the back of my property. And it is, well, right, it flooded in the spring, and then with the drought, it just dried up, but they'll come back. I can't imagine. they're
No,
not.
the state keeps trying to rip the dam down that's protecting the road from flooding.
Yeah,
And then within 2 days, they were building it back.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's how you get rid of them. You somehow take it down, but
Yeah,
No,
no, it
that-
doesn't work.
it
They're
doesn't work.
relentless.
Get rid of 'em.
They never
They
give up.
do it every once in a while. It's just kind of fun.
I know the beavers are fascinating.
They win.
Until your property's flooded. then
Yeah,
not
my
so much.
property is, I'd say a quarter of my property is flooded because of the beavers.
Oh, yeah, but now you've got a pond.
Well, I've got a pond and I've got frogs and I've got some beautiful birds that weren't there before, but you're also going to get mosquitoes.
Not if you got enough frogs and birds.
Right.
And dragonflies,
I
dragonflies.
think it's kind of cool, but I'm just,
I'm with you.
yeah, it's kind of cool. Sometimes irritating with all the water, but
Come on. Really? He's hungry. Pops will feed you. Go, go.
All right, 6:59.
Oh, Harvey.
Guess your neck will be warm, Lisa.
He's hungry. Daddy, feed me.
mhm.
So I have 7 PM. This is First Selectman Stephen Everett, and I call this Columbia Board of Selectmen meeting to order on Tuesday, January 5th, the year 2021. It's incorrect on our agenda. 2021 at 7 PM. Before we get started, I need to read the continuous virtual meeting rules of conduct. This is a web-based call, so we are operating under following procedures. This session is being both video and audio recorded. Board members and staff will generally remain on mute except for speaking or voting, and will generally be keeping video on themselves on throughout the meeting. If a member of the public creates an audio or video disruption, they may be manually ejected from the meeting upon recommendation of the staff or the first selectman. For public input, it needed to be into public input at columbiact.org within 24 hours before the meeting. For public input during the meeting, your comments can be submitted through the chat feature in the Zoom meeting, or wave your hand and request your mic to be unmuted during audience to citizen. But please, if you have something to say during the meeting, we'll see if we will call on you. Please include both methods, your name and address. So we're into a new year, 2021. In our moment of silence, I think we all have something to be thankful for and something to pray for moving forward. So if you would, a moment of silence. Thank you. I make a motion, we approve the agenda as written. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, Bill,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes,
Judy,
Yes,
Stephen, I vote yes. Thank you. There's no there isn't any old business. Apparently no new business. Nothing about the lake. Appointments and resignations. Let's jump into that. Oh, I'm sorry. We have to approve the minutes. Boy, I really jumped, didn't I? I apologize. Approve the minutes from the Board of Selectmen meeting from December 15th, 2020. I make a motion that we approve those minutes as written. Discussion? All those in favor, Judy,
yes,
Bill,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Lisa,
yes.
Steve, and I vote yes. Thank you. Audience of citizen. See, we have a couple people on there. Anybody want to speak of anything that may or may not be on the agenda? Any hands?
I haven't seen any. All right.
Seeing none, thank you. We'll move on.
Okay.
Now, no old business, no new business, nothing about the lake, appointments and resignations. So in our binder, we have a resignation request from John Valente. It has been an honor to have served the town these past 32 years. I will remain available to assist if needed. Good luck moving forward. Well, John, good luck to John moving forward. So I make a motion to accept John Valente's resignation as the inland wetland agent effective January 4th, 2021. Any discussion? All those in favor, Judy,
yes,
Bill,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes,
Steve, and I vote yes. The good news is that we will soon bring on somebody new for the position, but John has agreed to, if we let him, be the alternate should our new candidate not be available or on vacation or elsewhere. I'd like to make a motion to hire John Valente as the alternate inland wetlands agent at his current rate of pay as a pay for time worked position effective January 4th, 2021. So if he works for us, after we get a new candidate in that position, then he'll be paid on his hourly rate. Any discussion?
that's great.
Yeah, it's nice to keep John around. All those in favor, Judy,
yes,
Bill,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes,
Steve, and I vote yes. So there's a strange guy on my screen. He's up in the upper right hand and he's amazing. He throws his voice before we see his lips move. So Bill Ross, who I've had the opportunity to talk to on a couple of occasions. Bill has been helping us out on a as needed basis, and John Valente when he was on vacation or different time periods. And we talked with William Ross, and we think that William would be a great fit for the town of Columbia as the inland wetlands agent. So I'd like to make a motion to appoint William Ross as the inland wetlands agent for the town of Columbia at a salary of $350 per week, effective on January 4th, 2021. Anybody have any questions or comments?
I'd like to just have Bill, seeing he's there, want to tell us a little bit of himself, and I haven't met him, unfortunately.
Hello. Well, I'm a town resident since September of 2003. My background is I'm a 1990 graduate of the University of Connecticut, degree in landscape architecture. I have been in a design build capacity, and I'm sorry, did somebody say something? Hello?
Nope, keep going.
Keep going.
Sorry. So I've been, it's been my privilege to serve on the Inland Wetlands Commission for the past 15 years, shortly after I moved to town. Since in my professional career, I'm often called to submit things to wetlands commissions across the state. And it was my opinion that that was a good way for me to give back to the town. So I've done that for the past 15 years, and I've had the good fortune to work with Mr. Valenti, and I've learned a great deal from him. And 2 months ago, he reached out to me to gauge my interest in taking over. That he was going to be at long last entering into a well-deserved retirement. And so that's how I come before you this evening.
Okay. Rob, you asked the question. You have any more follow-ons?
No, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So have you worked for other towns doing this?
No, I'm a landscape contractor by trade, landscape architect, more specifically. I have submitted applications to towns across the region, Lyme, Old Lyme, Essex, Lower Connecticut River Valley, some challenging towns in terms of their strictness in terms of getting things through. So I've got a wide range of experience in submitting applications on a professional level, in addition to my experience on the commission in Columbia.
Okay.
It's nice to know that you're familiar with our town already. It's helpful.
I love it here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to ask, certifications and stuff, Bill, for this position, are there any required? Do you meet the certifications?
Well, so the one certification that I'm aware of with respect to wetlands specifically is there's a state requirement that one member of the commission needs to be, I guess, for lack of a better term, certified. That means you need to pass a course, which my recollection was that it was entirely online. I think that was 3 years ago that I took that. And so I've passed that certification. So I think that satisfies
Good.
the cert. Yeah.
Excellent, okay. Any more discussion? All those in favor of Bill's appointment? Judy?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Steve and I vote yes, thank you. Bill, welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Being a resident, you know it's a great town, and we're always pleased to have local people, like Lisa said, and looking forward to working with you.
Same here. And I passed my resume along during my initial meeting with First Selectman Everett and Mark Walter. So I'd like, to make my cell phone available to anybody on the Board of Selectmen who would like to have it. And if there's anything that I can offer in my professional experience to anyone here for the town, I'm grateful to do that at any time. I'm happy to go and look at anything or consult on anything if needed. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
I'll forward that to the board, Stephen.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, I need to read this, William, right? William Petrone is a member of the Columbia Zoning Board of Appeals, and he has asked to, he wishes to continue in that capacity. So we need to officially put him or let him extend in that capacity. So I make a motion to approve William Petrone to continue serving the Town of Columbia Zoning Board of Appeals until his term ends in 2024. Any discussion? Great. All those in favor, Steve and I vote yes. Lisa?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes,
Very good. It passes. Hey, once you got somebody on a board, never let them go, right?
you're
That's
right.
right.
I totally agree.
So the other thing is the Republican Town Committee has put forth the name of Justin Riendu. And I make a motion that we appoint Justin Riendu as an alternate to the Planning and Zoning Commission to fill the vacancy left by John L. Preston. I've met Justin a couple of times. He's enthusiastic, like Bill. He lives in town. He wants to do what's right by the town and look after things. And he seemed like a pretty good fit, common sense and looking out for what's right. So Lisa, you have any knowledge of Justin?
No, you kind of hit it on the head. I'm impressed they moved into town a few years back, and he's a hard worker for sure. You can see on his property. So
What's his background? Just curious.
I know, and I can't remember. We had like 3 or 4 different people come in all at the same time, and I don't remember who came in. I don't want to mix it up and give it the wrong information for him.
I'm sorry, Judy. I remember also and felt he could fill the role,
Okay.
or I certainly wouldn't have backed him, but I can't remember what his background was because of the amount of people that had come to the meeting. And I mean, I'm having enough trouble looking up and seeing Rob and not calling him Beverly. So,
We got 2 Beverlys here.
Well, the real Beverly stand up.
remember that show? But we feel very confident in Justin. So
Okay.
any other discussion? All those in favor, Lisa,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Steve and I vote yes. Thank you. Are you up already, Mark?
Yes, I just wanted to give the board a heads up. Mike Lester came to me, our fire marshal, and he feels it's time, working with Beth Lunt and the size of the brush pile that has grown, to try our second burn of the season. And he's going to be putting an application into DEEP, and then over the next month, try to find the perfect conditions so that we could pull that off. And then in the pre-meeting, we had discussed that COVID is on the rise. I sent everybody the latest January 1st Eastern Highland Health District COVID update. But the troubling aspect is that we had 70 cases December 11th, and already January 1st, we're at 158. And according to Judy, we might be over 160, near 165 in the last couple of days. So it is a challenge, and we are increasing our protocols of sanitation and separation with the employees, just trying to keep everybody from spreading it.
Do we, in those reports, do we get any information on, is it a cluster? Was it a group of people together? Is it just scattered around town? Do we get any details at all?
From what I'm hearing, it's really that the challenge is holidays.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of tries to get together and be safe, but you still have people coming in from other states or other towns and only staying for a little bit, but the virus gets passed. And you're in the grocery store more often, shopping more often. Everything you do, you extend your chances of getting the virus. That's it. That's all I have, Stephen.
Okay. I do want to pass something along. Mark, that gentleman I asked you about today, why I was calling him. Remember? You gave me a message to call him, somebody who.
Yes.
He he wanted to just rave about the senior center and the job that they're doing up there, assisting him and other seniors and, you know, continuing to take care of those people who have needs in the town. So I want to pass that along and put that on the record. When I asked him for names, he said, you know what, it's the whole group up there, and I believe that. So kudos to our senior center volunteers and staff. We appreciate it. So some correspondence here, so where we are next. Touch my face. Yeah,
Just
you'll
wanted
see.
to thank Jennifer for putting together that newsletter. It's really growing and a lot of information.
How is it distributed, Mark?
Electronically, people request to be on the mail list.
According to the rules, it says if a public creates an audio or video disruption, they may be ejected. Does that apply to board members as well?
Who's that?
I'm about to create I'm really upset by the fact that and let me back up a bit. I've always taken great pride in the fact that as a board, we're able to work on a nonpartisan basis, unlike we're seeing at the national and the state level, and that we all draw upon our experiences here on this board and try to resolve problems. But I'm deeply troubled by the fact that the Republican Town Committee has is listed on page 39 of the January 2021 Town Administrator's Report, and it's a very partisan comment. You know, this is being paid by taxpayer money, and you're violating election law by doing this. Who wrote this?
The question is, who wrote the article
It was
submitted by the RTC?
Yeah, yeah.
Why is it the Republican Town Committee submitting I guess you're soliciting members on a publication that's being paid for by taxpayer money, and it's making comments like, are you currently registered with another party? Have you become disillusioned by the reality of the poor leadership, policies, and politics that drove Connecticut to the bottom of so many national economic rankings? Regardless of your affiliation, you will be welcomed. This isn't something that the town should be putting forward. And I'm not being partisan in saying this, whether it be a message from the Democrats or unaffiliated, it's inappropriate for it to be there. And in fact, it's illegal. You know, you're using taxpayer money this is not a board or a commission that you have here. This is a separate party committee according to the general statutes, and you're violating election law by putting it in there. Is that a sufficient disruption?
No, it's a good opinion, Bill. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know this was going in this publication. It was actually supposed to be a paid letter into the Views, paid for by the Republican Town Committee as an advertisement.
And that would be
Make it
fine.
here.
Excuse me?
How did it get there? How did it get into the newsletter?
I don't know. I don't approve this thing. I just saw it today. So,
I read it this afternoon. I didn't know it was going in I read it the other day or yesterday. My point, there are more than two parties. I apologize for that you may have taken it. The fact of the matter is we have, as a society, problems getting people to get involved. I don't know if the Democrats have the same kind of, I think you all should do the same kind of thing. We need new people in, because the people that have been doing the work, it's the same 10 people. It's the same 8 people. And we need new people to come in, and we need younger people to come in who have energy and time.
So that, Lisa, we totally agree with that. It's just where you put it. It shouldn't be advertised in a newsletter that's paid for by the town of Columbia.
And
No, you're right. I mean, I was writing articles about the different commissions in a very nonpartisan way.
and that's that we can't find people to fill all the seats.
No, we can't
It doesn't
either.
matter the fact whether the Democrats or the Republicans are in the situation. It doesn't matter whether you can find them or not. it's inappropriate for it to be
Right.
in a town publication. It's not a board or commission, and it shouldn't have been in there.
And it does violate the State Election Enforcement Commission.
So Steve, if it would help, I'll make sure, I read the newsletter before it gets published, and I just took it as the Republicans put in a article and the Democrats could put in one as well. But
But we weren't asked to, because I know in the 4th of July parade, when the when you drove around town, when the Republicans had a car, they called me to say they wanted to have the Democrats have one too. So they wanted to share that. We never got a call, to ask that. Who writes the paper? Do you write it, Mark?
well, no, it's published by Jen and myself, but it's, all the articles are submitted by boards and commissions and members and residents. So if you saw the whole Columbia Lake Association put in an article
Yeah.
requesting membership. I just kind of took it as the same way, requesting membership article.
Well, it doesn't matter whether, we don't need a balance here with the Democrats. I would rather not have any kind of a political message here. It's not
Right.
appropriate.
I think
Using
that's the
tax money
point,
for a political message.
right? So I'll make sure I screen that it's appropriate if they're putting it, and if they're not, I'll run it by Stephen, and if not, I'll run it by the whole board.
This is something that's appropriate for Columbia views, but it's not appropriate here. I think that was the intention.
Bill,
It was written to go in the views. It was not written to go in the newsletter.
Okay,
All right.
I'm
I think
sorry.
we all agree.
I got my Irish up over this one,
Sorry for that, Bill.
Okay.
Okay. Transfers. Well, we have a sizable amount for transfers, but there's good reason for all of them. First one is for $10,000. And the majority of that is we sent our last check to the town of Lebanon for our share of the building inspector we had in October. And I believe there was an oversight. We sent the check, and then we transferred money out of there over, and then we realized that the money wasn't there to cover the check. I mean, the money was there in our town bank deposits and stuff like that, but in the line item, it wasn't there to appropriately cover the amount. So we need to transfer money back to the building official and professional tech line. So I make a motion that we transfer money from the DPW salaries to the building official services line at the amount of $10,000.
I have, now, if the amount that goes to the building official is 8,281. You're transferring 10,000?
Yeah.
So that's additional 1,800. Was there a specific reason?
Bev, you're up.
Yes, we're looking at the budget. They are using a little more this year because of the changeover, some outside services, like electricians and stuff. So I figured I'd round out the transfer up to 10,000 just to put a little more funding into that line to avoid hopefully avoid another transfer this year.
So you're anticipating some
Yes,
professional, technical, others
yes.
services.
Good.
Okay.
Hearing nothing else, all those in favor? I vote yes. Stephen, Judy,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes,
Bill,
yes.
Lisa.
Yes.
Thank you. So the next is I make a motion, we transfer $4,200 from contingency to the salaries inland wetlands line. So on this, we have, with John taking vacation and Bill replacing him during the month of November, December timeframe, there was some work that Bill did that wasn't in our budget because we didn't budget for that. In addition to that, from here on out, Bill, his salary will be about $30 more a week than what was John's. And we're anticipating if there's any little bit of overlap with John on an hourly basis. But the bottom line is Bev has figured it out to be about $4,200 till the end of this fiscal year. Anything to add, Bev, or I kind of got it?
Yeah, pretty much got it.
Thank you. Discussion.
So that's to cover the additional salary for the new inland wetlands person plus the training period.
Well, not really a training period, more so if time period from November, December, when John was away, he took 30 days off and went to Puerto Rico for a nice vacation.
Yeah.
Bill actually filled in for him on some different, and did it at an hourly, or did we pay him a stipend? I don't remember. But
Hourly.
we
It
owed
was hourly.
hourly, so we don't need to put that money back in that line for that purpose. Yeah, so that's where that is.
Yeah, and there's going to be some overlap because John did say he's going to do some transitioning with Bill. And thinking back, there was, I think, a few times in the fall that John had worked extra hours because of some inland wetland issues. So we're just trying to cover the whole budget for the rest of the year, just projected out what we need.
Okay.
Hearing nothing else, all those in favor, Lisa,
Aye.
Rob,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Steve and I vote yes, thank you. Okay, so the next one, I make a motion that we transfer $6,550 from contingency to contract services. This is to cover the cost outside of budget for hiring a painting contractor to complete the painting of the interior of the Beckish Senior Center while it's closed due to the COVID-19 outbreak. So during the summer, we had Tristan, members of the Department of Public Works, and/or Harold, who is part of the cleaning, doing some extra time. They got all the trim done, but because of different health problems and being called elsewhere, we weren't able to complete the job. So we're going to hire an outside contractor for the tune of $6,550. And the contractor we would like to go with is the Joseph Charbonneau Painting. His bid was $50 higher than the low bid, but the low bidder for the $50 did not have insurance. So we're not taking a non-insured worker. So this was actually meeting all the requirements. Charbonneau Painting was the low bidder at $65.50. Our building inspector has done work with, or has had Charbonneau Painting do work in Lebanon. And I actually have had him do work for me, and he does a fantastic job. So I was surprised to see him on there, but when he came in, I thought, you know what, he does a great job, good. Any discussion?
How many bids did you get?
3.
3, okay. That's good, that's a good,
One came in at 6,500, one came in at 6,550, and the other one, I think, came in over $9,000.
wow.
Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Any other discussion?
No,
All those in favor? Judy,
yes,
Bill,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Steve, and I vote yes, thank you. This is a week for money, let me tell you. So you're gonna see a large, well, not really a large, yeah, I guess so. I make a motion that we refund to the listed here, the total of $3,893.93. Discussion, I have a couple of things to tell you about this. In accordance with the amended ordinance 18-3, tax abatement for volunteer firefighters, an additional abatement of $500 was applied to the January 1st, 2021 installment on December 23rd, the second installment of the 10/1/19 grand list. So that is, that affects this number, correct, Mark?
Correct. We had 4 firemen that qualified to receive the extra state authorized $500.
Okay. So 4 firemen, that's 2,000 of this. Also, some of these refunds are due to interest and fees that were charged when the tax bills became delinquent. The payments were received by Webster Bank within the grace period and should not be charged interest and fees. The checks were mailed from Webster Bank lockbox on 10/2 to the tax office and arrived on 12/9, 2 months later. Everybody knows that the post office has had one terrible fourth quarter. They sent Christmas gifts the 1st of December. They barely got there by the 1st of January. So, and they promised 7-day delivery. So that is part of the larger of the refunds here. So that's why you see an ask of refunds of $3,893.93. Any more discussion? All those in favor? Judy,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Steve, and I vote yes. Next is, that's the bills. Always got bills. Everybody has a copy of the bills? I make a motion, we pay bills in the amount of $202,932.64, consisting of 2021 emergency, 2021 regular, and library grant, credit card, and paychecks. Library grant. Columbia Fire Department had a grant also, so
Yes.
that's a large amount of that. $200,000, $150,000 of his library and fire department.
In the fire department.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Mm-mm.
Now, is the grant for the fire department, is that for the truck or is that for just operating expenses?
For fire department operating, it's payment 3 of 4.
Okay.
Hearing no discussion, all those in favor, Lisa,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Steve, and I vote yes. Very good. Approval of bills. Audience of citizens. We may have 2. Anybody? Hearing none, seeing none. Board member comments.
Mm.
Okay, we don't need an executive session. I make a motion, we adjourn the meeting at time 7:35. All those in favor, Bill,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Stephen, I vote yes. Everybody, have a wonderful 2021. Pray for better things.
You too.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Take care, all.
Bye now.
Take care.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Happy
Same
New
to you.
Year.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe. Nobody gets sick.